Hey everyone, Alex here with Off the Cuff Reviews. I am back again to bring you guys a special new video. This time we're going to be talking about my top 10 movies of 2020. So let's get into it. So before we even get into my top 10 picks, I just wanted to say, I know this year has been quite rough for pretty much all of us, including myself. When I first started this channel this year, I didn't even have a real job. I didn't have like a regular job because, I was unemployed and I wanted to direct my energy and time into doing the thing that I've wanted to do for so long. And that's one, become a film critic and talk about films, and two, start a new YouTube channel. And I've been able to do that this year. So I just wanted to say thank you to pretty much anybody that has watched my videos at all. Like anybody at all who has ever clicked on my videos, who has ever dropped a like on my videos, even a dislike on my videos. Anybody that has even watched or given me your time or anything at all, and put up with many different changes of background and sound and anything like that. I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I wanted to give a special shout out and thank you to Emma, aka Spooky Astronauts, for not only being an awesome guest on my Off the Cuff podcast, which I also launched this year. You can check out a link down below in the description if you haven't heard it yet. And if you haven't heard that specific episode yet, go down in the link, go check out that link in the description, because you will find that episode along with all the other ones that I've recorded this year. We've hit 9 different countries just on that podcast alone, which I'm so excited for. And I've also, I've hit many different countries on this channel as well. I know I don't have a huge following yet, but it has grown substantially, and that I just wanted to thank every single one of you from the bottom of my heart, every single 370 of you, because without you, I wouldn't be making any of these videos. I probably would have already given up. So thank you so much for watching my videos. I wanted to give another special shout out to another guest that came on my podcast, which is EJ Moreno, and he has been an awesome colleague of mine that I've met through YouTube. He is a film critic, but he talks about films on his channel, on his regular channel, which is just his name. You can Google him and find him, or you can check out the Flickering Myth YouTube channel. Hopefully me and him can collab on that channel as well. I've been kind of chatting his ear off about that, so if he's watching this, EJ, get me on your channel. Let's collab. But with that said, I also wanted to give one more special thank you to Ashley and Shauna. They are the first 2 people to sign up for my Patreon that I have launched, which you can find in the description. It's only $2 a month, and they both signed up. And I just wanted to thank both of them, especially Ashley, because, Ashley has actually not only recommended, but watched a lot of these movies with me, because she's just kind of like my movie buddy at this point. I mean, she's more than that, but I guess that's a discussion for another time. But I just wanted to say thank you to both of them, because they gave me their money, and they didn't have to do that, and none of you have to do that. But if you want exclusive content, like I said, you can go down and check that link in the description. They're loving it. I'm sure you would love it too. There's exclusive reviews. There's going to be more reactions to trailers, as well as music reactions, and you can also find some other goodies on there, and you're going to get an exclusive podcast episode only for patrons when you sign up. So definitely check that out. And again, thank you to Ashley and thank you to Shauna. Ashley, you're amazing. I love you. Literally, Ashley is one of the most amazing people that I've met all year. doing this specifically, and I've watched her channel grow, and she's actually helped my channel grow as well. And I just, from the bottom of my heart, Ashley, thank you so much for all that you do for me and all that you do with me, especially watching these movies. So thank you. I'm looking forward to movie night again. And without further ado, here's the top 10 list of the movies that I loved in 2020. First, before I even get into this list that I have written down here, I wanted to let you know that some of these I haven't even reviewed on this channel. Some of them I reviewed on my Letterboxd, which there's a link down in the description if you want to go check that out. Some of them I didn't review on my Letterboxd or on the channel, but I wanted to just let you know that they have made it in my top 10. So I also haven't seen all of the movies in 2020. There are some that have been on my watch list for a very long time, like Saint Maud, Candyman, things like that haven't even really come out for the public yet. Promising Young Woman, I haven't been able to see that yet. So, with that said, these are the movies that I've seen that I've really, really enjoyed that came out either this year or maybe they came out last year, but they got their wide release this year and I finally was able to see them. So without further ado, let's get into it. Number 10 is Jungleland. This is a very, very underrated film. I had seen a trailer for it in passing and I kind of thought it was going to be a boxing type of movie, which it kind of is. But when Florence Pugh actually suggested this movie on one of her Instagram stories, I thought I should check it out. She said it was really surprising and really good. Jungleland is not one that you can go in and say, this is a boxing movie. This is an action movie with sports. You know, when I first saw it and I was getting into it, the first act, I thought this was going to be a Fight Club type of movie. I literally tweeted this. I said, Jungleland is going to be like Fight Club without the anti-capitalist rhetoric, except they threw a huge twist into the story and it went down a dark path and it really hit home for me and I really enjoyed it. I thought the performances were incredible and everything was just really awesome. It kept me on the edge of my seat the entire time. Number 9 is Tenet. Now, I really enjoyed Tenet. It was my most anticipated film of all year. It is kind of a little bit lower than some of these other choices, and you might be wondering why. And that's mainly because even though I really enjoyed the practical effects, it was Christopher Nolan, he's really great at directing, the performances were all good. The plot left a little bit to be desired though, and I kind of wanted more from the story. And that's kind of where it went wrong for me, which is why it's kind of lower in my top 10, but it's still one of the best movies I've seen all year. Number 8 is the movie Run. This stars Sarah Paulson and Kira Allen, I think her name is. I could be saying that wrong, and I apologize if I just butchered that name. With that said, this movie was actually really surprising. This came out on Hulu, and it was a movie where the mom is a psycho kind of thing, and the kid is trying to run away, but she is disabled and she can't. I thought that even though Sarah Paulson did a really good job, Kira Allen's performance was top notch in this film. She puts on a really awesome and tight performance where you can't really tell if it's fake or not. And she is bound to a wheelchair, so a lot of these scenes are kind of, when she's crawling around on the ground and she's really putting her effort into this, it has to be commended, and I really enjoyed her performance more than Sarah Paulson's actually, and that's why this movie is number 8 on my list of top 10. Number 7 is definitely going to surprise you guys, but this one I picked The Vast of Night. The Vast of Night I put higher than Tenet, okay? The Vast of Night is a debut film. The actors are all debut. I'm pretty sure the director is a debut director. But the reason why this is so high on my list is because of the fact that this is a movie that shows that the technical aspects that you can do with a lower budget and still craft an amazing film. Lower budget, and when you have really awesome dialogue and a really awesome plot and the performances are delivered really amazing, that's why this movie works so well. It's very convincing. Like I said, the performances are great. There's a tracking shot that was very innovative, and the way that they captured this tracking shot was throughout an entire town. It was like a 10-minute long tracking shot. It's really awesome, and I definitely recommend, if you haven't checked that out, or if you thought maybe it's a little bit lower budget and you didn't want to check it out, I recommend checking this out because they did the most that they could, and it's really awesome. Number 6 is also might surprise you just because of my hatred for Blumhouse, but this one is The Invisible Man. Elizabeth Moss delivers an astonishing performance, her best performance yet to date. This was a really awesome thriller, I guess you can call it. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of like a remake, I believe, of an older Creature feature film, but this one I thought they did a really good job by putting their own modern flair on it. It really surprised me. I kind of thought I was going to hate it, but it actually turned out really good. So I recommend it. That was number 6. Number 5, I did not talk on this channel yet, but it is The Sound of Metal. I recommend you check this movie out as soon as possible. It's one of the best of the year. Riz Ahmed delivered one of the best performances of the year, probably his best performance of his career. I really enjoy him as an actor. The sound design was impeccable. Probably is going to win some awards when the award season hits, which is coming up. So definitely be on the lookout. I say watch it now. It's on Prime streaming. If you have a subscription, go check it out. Number 4 is a movie that not a lot of people have seen, but I definitely recommend checking out, and that is The Wolf of Snow Hollow. Jim Cummings does an amazing job at writing and directing this and starring in it. He really puts his own flair. It kind of has a Mark Duplass kind of feel to it, where things are off kilter, off beat, and it adds for an awkwardness that kind of eases some of the tension. But it also so they have a lot of scenes where it's kind of funny and there's a lot of comedic relief, but then there's a really tight knit tension building that you can only get with somebody like Jim Cummings or a Mark Duplass, and with those type of people performing in the movie, delivering that kind of performance. It was really awesome, and I really enjoyed this. I definitely recommend checking it out today. The Wolf of Snow Hollow. It's kind of a different take on a werewolf film, which we haven't seen before, so definitely check it out. Number 3 is a movie that I put out a very lengthy review on, and I went in depth into why I thought people would hate this movie, but I also talked about why people would love this, and this actually made my list at number 3. It is I'm Thinking of Ending Things. You can go back, I'm not going to get too much into this one, you can go back and watch my review on my channel. I talk about why this is good, but also why it could be potentially bad for some people. I am tending to lean more towards loving this, which is why it's so high on my list, because I think it's one of the better made films of the year, although I can see why people hate it. So definitely check out my review, and I kind of go into that. Number 2 on my list is Black Bear. I could not make this list without talking about this movie. Aubrey Plaza delivers her best performance to date. She is astonishing in this film. Fantastic. Christopher Abbott is amazing, as always. And he also might be in the movie in my number 1 spot as well, so stick around for that. But Sarah Gadon also delivers an amazing performance. If you're looking for something more experimental or offbeat or something like that you are definitely going to be surprised by, especially by the performances, which really sell this movie, check it out. I believe it's on Prime. You could probably rent it somewhere. It's on VOD. Go check it out. It's called Black Bear. I really loved this one. I think I put a full review of this on my channel as well, so go check that out. But with that said, we are going to get into the honorable mentions section. The first honorable mention is Bad Education. So this one, I believe, was actually came out in 2019. So some of these movies that I'm going to be talking about in this honorable mention section actually definitely probably got released in 2019 or were made in 2019 but got a wider release in 2020, which is why they made this list. So Bad Education is the first one. This is a true story of a school that had a financial scandal, and I definitely recommend checking it out. It's pretty entertaining. Hugh Jackman delivers an awesome performance. The next one on my list is Kajillionaire. I don't even want to talk about what this movie's about. Just go check it out. It has some of the best performances that you're going to see. It's kind of like a coming of age type movie, but just go check it out. It's called Kajillionaire. The next one on my honorable mentions is actually a documentary, and it's called Totally Under Control. I believe you can watch this on Hulu, and if you can't, I believe it might even be for free up on Neon Pictures website, because they're the ones that produced this documentary. This documentary is about the handling of the pandemic by Donald J. Trump. Check it out. It is very horrendous and scary, so I know that we're living in it right now, but I recommend checking this documentary out because it is actually really good and it will keep you on the edge of your seat. The next one on my list is The Lodge. This one definitely came out in 2019, but I didn't get to see it until 2020 because it wasn't really playing in my area anywhere. I didn't get to see this movie because the release of it was kind of weird. It was on my watch list for a while, and I was kind of bummed at the fact that I literally had to wait to watch this movie because I live in the middle of nowhere and it wasn't released here. But The Lodge was amazing. I really loved Riley Keough. She delivers her probably her best performance in any of her films that she's ever done. I really enjoy her. I really admire her acting work, and I think that she's just a really awesome person. She seems really down to earth and really honest and authentic, and that's what I really love about her, and she delivers those types of performances in her films, and this one is pretty good. The next one on the honorable mention list is The Way Back. Now, some people might disagree with me, but I think this is one of Ben Affleck's best performances. I really enjoy Ben Affleck as an actor, to be honest with you, and I think that he really channels his own self, and which is why this movie came off so authentic to me, and which is why I really enjoyed it. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome you all to my number one pick of 2020, the best movie that I've seen all year. Ashley is probably going to agree with me on this, and that is Possessor. So, like I said, Christopher Abbott is in this movie as well as he was in Black Bear. He's been in some really awesome indie films, indie thrillers, and scarier movies that I think that you should check out, like Piercing or It Comes at Night. He is delivering some really amazing performances, and it's just a matter of time before he gets his big break in a big Hollywood film. This is probably one of his bigger roles, I think, and he delivers an amazing performance. I don't want to talk too much about the plot, but especially because if I explain it to you, it might come off different. This is a movie that you definitely have to experience. Go in completely blind and watch it from the very beginning to the very last second. There's a lot of body horror. There's a lot of sci-fi tech. It's kind of like Black Mirror, but it's, David Cronenberg, because it's made by Brandon Cronenberg, his son. He definitely channels his father, David Cronenberg, in this film, and he does a really amazing job at crafting such an artistic, moving sci-fi horror, body horror film, and I loved this one. I've only watched it once. Ashley got to experience this in the theaters, and I'm so jealous of her, but Possessor was probably, bar none, the best film that I've seen all year. And I'm really looking forward to rewatching this one. I know I actually just got it on Blu-ray, so we're definitely going to have to rewatch this. But Possessor is amazing, and I definitely welcome you all to check it out. I think you could just rent it. I think it's like $1 or some shit on fucking Prime. Go fucking rent that movie, dude. It is outstanding. Go check it out right now. Stop what you're doing. Go watch it. Like I said, I'm not going to explain too much about the plot because it might get a little confusing with what I say. I don't want to misinterpret the film and the synopsis, and I don't want to put that into you. I went into this movie blind, and I want you to go into this movie completely blind. Check it out. It's called Possessor, starring Christopher Abbott. Amazing. There you have it, everybody. Like I said, thank you for watching, subscribing, liking, disliking, commenting, for being here and being my own little community on the internet. This is amazing. I never thought that I would even hit 300 subscribers. We're almost at 400, and I started this channel at the beginning of the year, about January, February. So like I said, I just wanted to say thank you, because this has been an awesome ride for me. This is a really nice outlet, especially because, you know, I do deal with a lot of personal things, and it's just really nice to have something like this, to have some kind of outlet that I can do and go talk about movies and follow and do what I'm passionate about. You know, you guys don't get videos, you know, I promise 2 videos a week, and sometimes I miss a video. Maybe you just get 1 video in a week. Maybe you don't get any. Sometimes I just get depressed and I can't fucking make a video, you know? But let me tell you, this has been an awesome ride, and I'm looking forward to making more videos for you guys. And I wanted to also take this time to ask you, what do you want to see more of? Do you want to see more reviews? Do you want to see more top 10 videos? Comment down below if you've made it this far in this fucking long ass video. Comment down below what you guys want to see more of. I think I might do some more top 10 videos, might do some more essay videos, longer videos where maybe you don't see my face, but they're more high quality video essays. Let me know down below in the comment section, because that would be very helpful. And if you want to get my attention right away, definitely check out my Patreon. It's only $2 a month. Please sign up. This would definitely help me move towards my dream of making YouTube videos full time, which is what I want to do. I want to make YouTube videos, make podcasts. I've been doing a pretty good job at it. I do have a day job right now. I just got back home. It's 2:45 in the morning. So I'm just making this video off the cuff, you know. I put this list together 10 minutes ago before I filmed this. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here and being this community that I have started, and I'm hoping to continue to grow and create content for you guys. If you guys ever want to just chat with me, you can check out the links down below. Check out me on Twitter or Instagram. I respond to pretty much every DM or message that I get. So yeah, thank you so much. I love all of you. Peace out. I'll see you on the flip side.